Good evening, everybody. This is Encounters, the late night spiritual UFO talk show. I'm your host, CmdrAleon. It's now actually about 11:27. I'm 27 minutes late. I'm usually on at 11, but I'm here. It's 27 minutes late, and this is the number one spiritual UFO talk show on planet Earth. I'm telling you, where it's going to happen here. Welcome to the show. A lot of things are happening. We're going to show some videos tonight. Again, also, we're having increased sightings in Connecticut, where I am in New England, and we're going to show you a video from a couple in Hartford, Connecticut, and you're going to see these three objects go into a form, like a triangular form. They're separate objects, and they're not looking like those little drones or whatever that people are talking about and videotaping early on in New Jersey. These things are definitely different, and you can tell there's an intelligence behind them, and they're going in a triangular formation, and then they go into a side angle. I'll show that to you tonight. Also on the show tonight, we're going to be showing you a video of a person that was on a commercial airline jet. I posted it on my main page, but I'm going to show it here tonight, and you're going to see a bunch of objects above the clouds. And at the height of the jet, which is above the cloud level, you'll see these objects that are shining, that are in different places above the clouds. I'm going to show that tonight. We're going to get into a lot of stuff. If you've been having sightings around the world, hey, Victor, everybody coming in here, half pint. We want to know about it. We want to know about it. Excuse me. Do you believe these drones are our space friends, U.S. military? So, Jake, I believe there's some that are Earth-based, some of that stuff. I've come to somewhat of a conclusion here, folks, that some of the objects that are up there are things that are observing the space, the non-terrestrial spacecraft. These non-terrestrial spacecraft don't have to look exactly what our minds think of a spacecraft. So we have to get out of the thinking what a spacecraft looks like. When you're dealing with higher dimensional beings, a spacecraft could be something completely different versus a metal object. So you're seeing all kinds of things out there. I'm going to discuss that. So I think our military is monitoring the non-terrestrial craft that are coming to Earth and out of our oceans. They even talked about it at the UFO hearings in Washington. One of the people that was up there speaking said they were coming for our oceans. Now, on our show here, April and I have talked about the space people living in our oceans. And we've talked about that. Both of us have, talked about it. She's been there in the oceans at the space cities that exist in several parts of our planet in the oceans. So these objects that are coming out of the oceans are not Earth-based, mechanically operated drones. They're not. And now you have the Earth-based big objects as big as a SUV. Some of these drones are, everyone's using the word drone. So everything in the media is a drone. Everything is not a drone. And I think we have to kind of understand the differences between an Earth-based drone and a non-Earth-based. Now, the police, in my opinion, they showed the police department with their own drones. They're pretty big. They're probably very expensive, but they're not as big as some of these objects that are in the sky. They're not as big as if you had to say a bus or a school bus or an SUV. So there's a lot of stuff going on. Now, again, I did say that the so-called drones, in my opinion, are mimicking our Earth-based technology. I think that's going on too. But I also think our military, Air Force or whatever, in my opinion, has reverse engineered technology or technology that is observing the non-terrestrial craft. Have you noticed in the last week more non-terrestrial looking things that don't look like they originally looked in New Jersey that first started the whole thing up? Have you noticed there are different objects now that look totally different than what you've seen in videos in the last, the first week? Hey, Clanson. Hey, Catherine, everybody. So in my meditation and a lot of reflection, I've watched a lot of video footage. I've watched a lot of stuff. And I really do feel at this point that we're dealing with two specific levels here. Plasma ships. Plasma ships are ships. Now, as a human being, we look at technology as being nuts and bolts. So if you're a space person, you have a plasma ship. We're saying, how could somebody be in a plasma ship? Well, you have to think out of the box. You have to think like a space person or an extraterrestrial being would think in a higher frequency, that they can create a ship out of consciousness. We've talked about that before. Many of the ships of light are created through consciousness collectively. They are living ships. Now, to us, as Earth humans, we don't know what a living ship is. I mean, we have NASA with a pencil-shaped ship. We have a space station that's made out of metal, but we don't know what a living ship is because we've never experienced a living ship. Yosemite, hey Bobby, interdimensional, yes, definitely. It's all that, interdimensional, multidimensional, in our oceans. And if anybody takes an agenda that they think it's only one way, you're missing the boat, cosmically speaking. The thing is that they're coming from all different levels here. So it's boggling the human mind of over 8 billion people, you know. And I talked to a young gentleman today when I was in the supermarket buying stuff. I told him, what's going on. He said, did you hear about this? He said, no, but he said, when I was in high school, we studied conspiracy theories. So we started talking to the cashier register. And I said, well, you got to follow me because there's stuff going on. He was really interested in it. So I got him on TikTok. I'm sure he'll be watching. Shannon, good to see you. So excited to see you and everybody else out here. The commander is on top of a lot of things. I've been really looking because I have the background in media. I look very closely at older videos. We're going to get into some of that. You don't need money. Good to see you. Yeah, I did say they were coming, and I didn't think they were coming this soon. I thought they were starting to come towards the end of next year. But man, I'm telling you, there's something going on here. And what you're going to see, I think, really is the visualization of a lot of non-terrestrial type of spaceships. So when you see these spaceships, now I'm not even going to call them UAPs or UFOs anymore. The ones that I will call and identify are the ones that I can't really put in a box or a category, okay? But we know now, and we've talked about this for almost 2 years on this show, that something was up. Something was eventually going to happen. Hey, Hairball, good to see you. And I think these plasma ships are just one type of ship. There's many other ships. They're not all plasma. I think also the space people are sending out reconnaissance craft to unmanned to check how our consciousness is. They're checking us out before they have major contact. I think they're monitoring us right now. You don't have to worry about the government monitoring you, in my opinion, because they're already doing that. They've been doing that for years. You don't have to worry about the Pentagon being nervous, in my opinion, because they've been nervous for now, most recently, in the last few years. And now you got to be thinking, they had this thing under the hood for 70 years, right? 70 years. The whole thing was covered up. They have no control over this, right? They can't even control what's up in the sky right now. They can't shut it down and say, okay, we're going to put this in a vault. Let's put this in a file somewhere. Let's put this in a vault so nobody can see it. You get what I'm saying? They can't cover this up, in my opinion. If you see me use the word opinion, there's a reason why I'm doing that. But you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay? Are they friendly, Debbie? The ones that are non-terrestrial, yes. The ones that are being put up there by our government to monitor them are being there monitoring these non-terrestrial orbs. And because they don't know what to do. Not one leader, not one official, locally or nationally in Washington, knows what to do. They are so confused about what to do. If you watch these people, I don't watch a lot of TV, but when you watch some of these people talk about it, they want some action, right? They want someone to take some action. Action for what? What are they taking action for? They have no idea what's happening. And it's just like I'm sitting here laughing. I mean, I hope you're laughing too, because these people who are covering it up on the national scene are now, thumbling over their seats, in my opinion. They're just totally thumbling over their seats. We're going to get into interviews with people. If you have been having a videotape of really good stuff here that's non-terrestrial since this has happened, we're going to get into some things here tonight. Yeah, they're very confused. And I've been laughing. I'm not scared of anything. I've been laughing the whole time because now it's in our corner. Now it's you. Now all of you out there around the world on this show, it's in our corner. I want you to know that, in my opinion. We have the power. We've always had the power. And now they don't, you see, because now there are space people that exist. And if you don't believe space people exist, they do. If you believe you're the only one that exists in this universe, then you need to open your eyes. You need to get with it. You need to understand what's happening here, because I am amped up tonight. I'm going to give you, and we have a train going by. So if you hear the train, it's just a train, not a spaceship. So here we're going to get amped up here even more so, because I have something I got to say. I'm already saying it. I'm going to say it. And the train's going to go by as I'm saying it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we love the train sounds. And we do have trains coming through. But it's happening. I've come to a complete conclusion in my own consciousness. What's happening was meant to happen. There's nothing to be afraid of. You have to not be afraid of what's happening here. You have to embrace it. You have to face it. You have to look at it. You have to see it. And that's it. You know, if people want to say seeing is believing, I would take any skeptic out there now who's truly a skeptic and look at the sky and try to make up an excuse and say, well, oh, that's just a bird. Or, oh, that's just a box flying in the air. Oh, that's just a balloon. That just looks like a balloon, when in fact it's not. So what are the skeptics going to do now? The people that were laughing at people that saw these things in their lives throughout the last 70 years but couldn't get anyone to understand it. What are they going to do now? What are all the skeptics who don't believe anything, what are they going to do when the big ships show up? When the big spaceships show up? And they're going to show up. I'll say right here in my live, in my opinion, I'll use the word opinion, they're going to show up. And in the next few months, you think you're going to see these little orbs and things flying in the sky. Wait till the real spaceships come in, the big ships. Then tell me what you're going to do. Then tell me how you're going to react. The psychops don't mean anything. That stuff means nothing. What really means something is we are now in a time, in my opinion on this show, my editorial opinion, that we're going to be having direct contact. And it's going to come soon. And either you get with the ticket or you don't get with the ticket. Either you miss the cosmic train or you don't miss the cosmic train. You have to make that choice up yourself. If you miss the cosmic train, that's your own doing. I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but I am not gonna miss this cosmic train. I'm gonna get on this train. I'm gonna go on this train, and I'm gonna go all the way wherever it takes me. And I hope you're gonna go too. The biggest distraction is everything we've been told to believe in. The biggest distraction is all these earth-based things we had to focus on. Buying a house, getting an apartment, owning some land, buying a car, having what everybody else has so we can have something. That is the distraction, folks. We were meant to have more than just things. We were meant to be enlightened. We were meant to be cosmically awake. We weren't supposed to be running around getting to work every morning or retiring. I do have the apple cider, Chris. We are here for something greater than ourselves. You know, a greater purpose. Hello, Kush. Good to see you. Devon, I see you, but I'm doing an editorial. He's not listening. Now, this is where patience comes in, Devon. This is where patience comes in. Part of it, Devon Phoenix, is I am listening, but I am also the host of the show and making a statement. I will get to everybody on the show. But I have the right to say what I want to say on my show, don't I? What do you mean I'm not listening? It's amazing. You know? Yeah, we're supposed to enjoy life and be happy. You know, as host of the show, I can do whatever I want. It's my show. If you don't have the patience to sit here and listen to what I have to say, you're missing out on an opportunity. Okay? Yeah, the people with no patience, you folks, if you want contact right now, if you're not getting it right now, if you're not getting self-gratification right now, you got a problem. You better go meditate. Meditate for about 2 hours. Big Daddy's saying bye. Okay. Big Daddy's saying bye or bye to the other person. So I'm going to do what I need to do. I always do what I want to do. I don't get controlled by anybody on this planet. I am independent. You know what I mean? The commander always has been that way. Hey, Peggy, good to see you. So, the commander's amped up. Are you Jewish from Brooklyn? No, I'm ET from Mars. Hey, Edit, good to see you, brother. No, I'm actually before coming here from Mars, a planet of 10 to 15 million inhabitants. Do you accept guest requests? Yeah, we're going to get into Stormy for Christ. We're going to do guest requests. We're going to show some videos tonight. You know, I got some good stuff going on here, so I'm going to definitely do a Hey Acid TV. A matter of fact, I'm going to show you a video right now, and this one's from Hartford, Connecticut, in my own state here. So we're going to start showing you some stuff here. Let me see here. I'm going to show it to you. We're going to get into some really cool things here. And again, take a deep breath if you're in such a rush to go. And, you know, that's the problem with human beings on Earth. Everyone's in a rush. In a rush to, you got to have it right now. How come they're not talking to me right now? Relax. Take a deep breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. Nowhere to go. Nowhere to be. Let me see here. We're going to show you a video here. I'm just getting it queued up. And this video is from Hartford, Connecticut. Let me see, where is it? Ah, this one. This is my new one here. We're going to show this to you. Let me get it queued up here. Oops, and that way here. Let me see if I can bring it. Okay. You're going to see. We're going to show you this video from Hartford, Connecticut. I'm turning the lights out here so I can do it. And we're going to get this. We're going to take, we're going to definitely show you, we're going to definitely take guest requests here. Guest requests, what am I talking about? Wait till you see this. This is Connecticut. This just happened on the 16th. All right. Watch this video here from Hartford, Connecticut. And check it out. I'm keeping the volume down because watch what these things do. Hartford, Connecticut. I got some more video tonight I'm going to show you. Look at how the triangular formation over Hartford, Connecticut. Over the river. This is over the Connecticut River. Hartford's about 30 miles north of where I am here. Okay, look at the way they're moving. If that's not some spaceship activity in Connecticut, I don't know. Now, this is not the same stuff as those drones that people talk about. This is definitely extraterrestrial, non-terrestrial activity. So I know what the differences are. Merkaba, Flex Good. Look at this. I love this. Look at this thing. And the couple and their kids were looking at this. The mother was recording it, and they were yelling. They were like, "You got the camera? You got the camera?" This is the most beautiful thing. So beautiful. Okay. Now we're going to go to another video. Oh, let me see here. Should we show it again? We'll show it one more time. Let it repeat itself one more time. Then I'm going to go to another video a little bit later. Cliff says, Cliff Marsh, I saw the orbs last night. Beautiful, Cliff. Look how they go into a formation. Look at that formation. How beautiful is that, you know? I love this stuff. This is the real space people, the space being consciousness. That other stuff, I don't know what it is, but this is the real space being consciousness. Okay? And every night I'm going to show and premiere videos that are being recorded that I think are the best videos to show on the show here. Nope, it's not USA's orbs, Jason. These are extraterrestrial. The stuff that might be ours are the stuff that people were seeing initially in New Jersey that were with blinking lights. Some of those also could be mimicking us too. Okay, so we're going to go back to the screen here. Welcome to Encounters. We're doing some video tonight as well. And let me get back to where I was here. To the screen. And we're going to see, here we go. And we'll have some more video coming up a little bit later. We're going to take some guest interviews here. And we're just going to put this down here for now. Let's see, should I do this? Maybe here. All right, so we're going to go back to the screen and turn the lights on. If you wish to be a guest on the show, welcome everybody to the show. If you want to be a guest on Encounters, this is the #1 spiritual UFO talk show. This is where it happens at nighttime here. We bring everybody together on TikTok and other places that are recording things, have information. If you're also somebody with top security clearance in the DoD that's watching this show, you can come on here anonymously or come on here and share information about what they're not telling us at the Pentagon. We certainly want to hear that too. You're watching Encounters? Thank you, Patty Meals. We feel good. Thank you, Clanson. So you need to get in the multi-guest option. You have to be over 18. These are the rules of my show. You have to be no kids on the show, no cursing, no trolls on the show. I'll take you right off if you're a troll. Nobody who's drinking, drunk, smoking on the show, drugs, alcohol, paranormal, religion, or politics. So we're going to start here. So get in the queue, and people line up in our queue here on the broadcast. I will select people randomly, and we'll get into it here. Hey, my hot goddess, welcome to the show. But now we're going to do some interviews. I have Storm for Christ. You'll be our first guest. Then Molly, Fly, and then Lolly. So Stormy for Christ is our first guest here on Encounters. Welcome.
Hello.
Hey, glad to have you with us. Where are you located?
I'm from Colorado, and the background on my profile is of an orb I saw outside of my house.
Really? Can you come on live on the screen? I'm going to follow you, by the way.
All right. Hold up. Let me just show the full image.
Beautiful. So tell us about that orb.
So I was outside, and I was just curious, because I was hearing about all these things, and I was more curious about the orbs, and I start zooming in on each star to see if I can catch anything. And then that's when I caught this thing.
Oh, wow. And how high up was it from where you were on the ground level looking at it?
Well, I just pointed up my phone towards the sky. I don't really remember which direction.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's a beautiful picture. That's as clear as it gets.
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone, and I think with, spaceships, and again, when I say spaceships, we're not looking at spaceships from other planets as looking the way they should, like that we think they are, like metallic objects. There are spaceships that are metallic. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of these, what I call living energy ships that look like that, and we're getting a little bit of a distortion because that's what happens with the energy from the craft when you're trying to get it on video. So you got a great photo there. It's an excellent photo. It's a really well documented photo of what one of these objects that's non-terrestrial looks like. It's a great photo.
Yeah, and do you have any information on it? I'm genuinely curious on your take on this photo.
Well, I can give you a lot because I'm a contactee and I've been in the field for a lot of years. I had my first contact with space people in the 60s that were men and women in light blue outfits. So I'm a little bit different than the normal traditional talk show host on UFOs. I do understand where things are. I am human, but I do come from off planet in my consciousness. So I'm very aware of that. So I'm glad you're showing me the photo. When I see the photo like that and that kind of energy, it's definitely a higher vibrational energy. I don't know where they come from, but they don't come from here. They come from beyond Earth. And you're going to see more of those kinds of things. But again, understand, if that thing were to come low, let's say you had a big piece of land, and that thing were to land, it would be pretty big.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it would be big. What you're seeing is only from the distance of where there's that thing can generate itself into it'd be much larger from a visual perspective if it was like lower town where you were at your location.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing people need to know, I want people to realize something really important. There's not one, in my opinion, not one leader in the world, whether it be Russia or China or any other country, there's not one Earth-based leader that can stop what is going to happen. If you believe that, then you need to wake up. because you're dealing with intelligences that are far more advanced in their consciousness than humans are. And they will not be going anywhere because they already are here. They're in the inner earth. We have the thing called the Agartha network. We have space people living on our planet, in our oceans. They're already here. They've been here for billions of years. What's happening now is a lot more are coming. And it's time for people to wake up. You know, like I say, get on the cosmic train or you're going to be asleep. But your picture, it was, you know, when you saw that thing, you took that picture, I have a feeling it was meant for you specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I remember when I looked at it and I was so happy. I was like, I got this photo. Like, and my friends think I'm kind of crazy.
You're not crazy at all.
It's just
You're tuned
funny.
in. You know what? The only thing crazy is the fact that they thought you were crazy and you got the picture and they don't have it. So you got something documented there that nobody else got. And that's right now taking pictures. If you see more of these things come and they hover around, videotape them.
Yeah.
Definitely videotape them. I mean, you never know when this is going to happen, but I guarantee you between now and next year, you yourself will be seeing more things in the sky. You yourself.
Yeah, and I do want to say, so what got me interested in all of this is, I have a friend, he's currently visiting family in Ireland, and we were talking one night, about random stuff, and he's like, what is that outside? So he goes to turn on his camera, and then we both saw this thing change shape, it blurred itself,
Mm,
and then it went away so quickly.
yeah.
So now we're both interested in all of this.
Well, I'm taking this guy, Chris Farley. Chris Farley is going into outer space right now. Bye bye, Chris Farley. Bye bye. So sad. He's gone. Anyway, be host to the show. I sometimes have to make sure we take care of the trolls, you know. But so your friends were seeing this kind of stuff, and that makes it more plausible that your friends can get together. The ones that believe you, you all should get together and spend a night out meditating and just focusing on. You want to see positive Christed beings of light to show their ships. And if you do some meditation, one of the things you got this without doing anything, you can use a thing called the C5 app. Get your friends together and have if you get 2 or 3 or 4 together, that's all you need. And if you do that, you can use these certain tone frequencies that will actually help you vector in these the ships of light. But they're already here; they're making themselves known, so it doesn't matter. But it does help.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely, it does
Interesting.
help. Yeah. Hey, thank you so much, Stormy, for showing that. Okay.
All right. You have a good night.
And if you ever get more info, you always can come back. If you have any other things, you videotape or whatever, we want to see them. Definitely bring forward. We'll definitely put it on the show.
All right. I'll definitely be taking more photos.
Okay, Stormy, we appreciate you. You're our first guest. Some good information, a good photo, and we're gonna go. And again, if you wish to be a guest, you have to be over 18. No foul language, no smoking, no vaping on the show, no drugs, no drunks, no paranormal discussion, no politics, no religion, no kids, and no cursing. I think I said it all. Hey, Lavelle, good to see you. Let me see who's in the actual queue here. We're going to bring up, let's see, we got Michael T, we got Half Pint. There were some other people in the queue. We'll do Half Pint, then Michael T will be next. And again, if you do want to be a guest, you have to over 50 followers. With TikTok, I don't know what's happening anymore. Hey, True Goddess, good to see you. Lisa, if you're confused, I'll help you. I'll bring you up if you want to come up. Lisa, Lisa C, tell me what you're confused about. Hey, Half Pint, you guys come on camera? They're going to switch over to the live camera. Here they are, live in living
I
person. It's Mary Half Pint and Ray somewhere in the universe.
he's
How's Ray feeling? Is
sleeping.
he better?
He had a big,
That's good.
he had a big night.
Yeah, well, he needs to sleep after having that throat go on him. Yeah. So what's happening? I have the feeling there's other things happening on your end.
We had a mothership come like right above us, okay? And Ray put his hand up, and he's like, his hand is just like floating right under it. He's touching it,
Really?
like, yeah. I got a
How low?
picture of it.
Now, Now, can you show us a picture? Also, I want to let people give you a proper introduction for people over the world. This is my friend. I interviewed them less than 2 years ago, and they're in the Appalachian Mountains. They are contactees. If you don't know what a contactee is, let me explain it for people that are new to this. Contactee is someone who's having contact physically with space people. Ray and Mary are one of those people. As a matter of fact, she's been documenting and taking pictures. So what we're going to see is evidently a mothership came down. They're in the mountains, all the way up in the Appalachian Mountains. So they're not over a big city or anything. There's a base, an ET base of the Anunnaki over their property. And they're, like I said, they're really up there in Pennsylvania, all the way up in the Appalachians. There's not a lot of people up there where they are. And so we're going to find out a little bit more about her story. And she has a picture of the mothership that she's going to show us. This is going to be phenomenal. Now, there are things, like I said, there are ships that are big, that are cloaked all around the planet right now. And my opinion is that more of those ships, when it's time for contact, those ships will be like, here we are. You see us now? We were here all the time. We're going to show ourselves, right? So I think you're going to see that happening as we go through 2025. I really do feel that.
Okay.
And, okay, so explain what we're looking at.
Okay, so this picture right here is Ray's star father, and he's holding his arms open for everybody, showing them love. Do you see him?
Okay, so again, what am I looking at here?
So this is Ray's star father, and he's holding his arms open like Ray does to show everybody love.
Now, where are we seeing the father in the picture? Can you explain it or show it or point it out?
So if you look, right? Oh man, I can't do it.
Yeah, you can't do it.
So he's going to be on your left. He's right at the corner of the deck.
Okay. Is it like a face in the picture? No,
it's a full apparition right there.
Full apparition. Okay. Does anybody else see that, or am I just? I'm going to look here. I think I do see it. Ray is Mary's husband.
And I can't get to that picture with him touching that ship. I don't know how to get to it, but I put it on my profile.
Yes, so all you have to do, the picture of him touching the ship, you should be able to get to the picture. It should be in your photo ops. So we're going to see if she can find the picture with him touching the mothership that's over their location. If you saw where they were, they have a lot of land out there where they are in the Appalachian. What's happening here? Okay, so they're going to try to get that picture, at least Mary is. So we're going to see that in a minute. You're watching Encounters. Welcome to the show, everybody. We got our apple cider going here. And a little bit later, we're going to show you one or two more videos that are really, really interesting on the show here. You don't want to miss it. And it's been so much to post. I've had to slow down. I have to catch up with my YouTube channel, Astro Command Spaceship News. I've got 2 or 3 we just lost some weird stuff. I think she might have just gotten herself out of it by accident. I'm hoping it's not what I think it is. I'm hoping it's just that she pressed the wrong button on her phone. Let me see if she did. Okay. I'm going to go right now with the possibility that it's just naturally, technically something that happened. It's either going to be that or the Anunnaki knocked her broadcast out. Okay, if Hensify is here, we're going to bring him up. What happened to Half Pint? She was getting ready to show me that picture of the mothership, and very funny, Chaz. Pamela, thank you. Let me do an experiment. Half Pint, are you still with us? Half Pint, are you still with us here on Encounters? Oh, her internet's acting up? Okay. All right. We're going to bring up Where's Cancer? Is he here? I'll bring Cancer up. Where is he? She's having some trouble with her internet. The mothership is over us and messed up my. The mothership is over her location as she's talking, and she lost her internet. Now, this is breaking cosmic news. The Anunnaki mothership was over her house as she's speaking, and she lost power on her internet. This is crazy. This is really happening here, folks. This is what I'm telling you. Things. This is, again, the Anunnaki are very beautiful people. The energy from the ship probably knocked out her internet. So, yeah. Half Pint, can you go outside and let us see the ship that's over your location? Yeah, I'll get the picture on my tablet and I'll download it and I'll be able to show it on here. It's going in and out. So right now, are you saying this ship is over your location? Half Pint? Bitter Truth says I have video. We'll bring everyone who wants to be on here. You got to get into the queue. I will get everybody on here tonight. Interesting. So right now, even though we can't see it, you have to trust me on this, and I trust Half Pint Mary that there is a ship over her location. I just knew it. It's like the weirdest thing is like I know when things are happening. I just knew it. Yeah, she said yes. Wow. Half Pint, can you go outside and try to go live outside and show us the craft, if possible? Is it visible? If it is, we can definitely see it. You heard a voice, Mike, and she lost internet. I didn't hear a voice. Interesting. I got my earpods on. Half Pint, try to take a picture outside of this mothership thing. Try to take a picture of it. Oh, it's cloaked? Yeah, I mean, they could cloak, yeah. You heard a voice before. So people say they heard a voice before you left. I didn't hear anything, but again, I'm just going by to hear a man's voice. Some people said they heard a voice. Half Pint, did you hear a voice in your location? A lot of people said they heard a voice. I didn't hear anything. Wow, a lot of people, Half Pint, heard a voice. Did anybody, okay, so since everybody who heard a voice, can you tell me, oh, maybe it was her husband. It could be her husband. You might have heard a husband's voice. Yeah, it could have been, if it's a male voice, it could have been a husband. I didn't hear anything. The plot thickens. Let me see here. Hey, Leon, good to see you. I heard a clicking noise. Interesting. Someone said it sounded like a radio static noise. I didn't hear anything either. Jeffrey Kincaid, come on to the queue, man. We'll definitely bring you up. We're definitely here to interview people. I'm going to pick some people out here. Let me see here. We're going to bring up Bitter Truth. We'll get to everybody here. We're going to bring up Bitter Truth here. And people are saying a man's voice in static. I didn't hear it with my earpods on. Bitter Truth, welcome to the show.
Hey, good evening.
Good to have you with. Good to have you with. I'm going to follow you. Can you come on camera?
Oh, do we have to come on camera?
Not really. I mean, unless you're indisposed or something, you don't have to.
Yeah, as of right now, I kind of prefer not to.
Okay, so tell us where you are. If you're over 18, I'm assuming, correct?
Yeah, I'm over 18.
Okay, cool. And where are you located on the planet?
The New York region.
New York region. Okay, and there's a lot of stuff going on in New York State. So tell us where you about yourself and what you want to share with us with all the stuff happening around our planet right now.
Okay, so the first time I ever seen a UFO was about 8 or 9 years old. That's like my first time I ever seen one. And so like I said, I have recordings when I started recording back in 2013. That's like when I started
Mm-hmm.
really recording them.
Mm-hmm.
But I started recording them after 10 years. But I see the orbs like constantly, like through my whole life. The orbs and like things shape shifting. Like you'll see a light and then it'll turn to like a plane and different shapes.
Right. Right. The shape
And
shifting ones. Those are pretty cool because that's a higher intelligence mimicking exactly what I said. They can mimic our technology.
yeah, but me personally, I don't believe like they're I personally believe they're like angelic chariots. Like me personally, that's what I
Mm-hmm.
believe. Um
That's an angelic realm is part of the galactic. It's not just the angelic. You're right about that. You're completely right. They're angelic. They're also there's the space people I'm with can create spaceships out of consciousness.
oh,
It's all good. What you're saying is absolutely correct.
yeah, so if you want, I could show my camera, but I could show you like the videos I recorded like from my computer screen if you want. Or
Yeah,
maybe you can
you
pull
want
it
to
up.
share like if you share one or two videos, I'd love you to do that. And again, you're watching Encounters. This is the late night spiritual UFO talk show, and this is where it's happening. And this is what we're going to keep you on top of things with all the stuff around the planet. And later on, I'm going to be showing you a video of a person that was in an airline, commercial airliner, and you're going to see what I believe are non-terrestrial spaceships. But go ahead. We love to see them.
My
And this is for
internet.
entertainment purposes only. And so we're going to get to his information.
So this is the YouTube name if anybody want to look it up, but my internet is been at the kind of
Mm-hmm.
um
And Jeffrey Kincaid, I'm going to
that's
put
weird.
you in
One
the
second.
Jeffrey Kincaid. We're going to put you in queue. Jeffrey Kincaid, come in the multi-guest option. I'll have you on after my guest here. Just go in the multi-guest. You'll see two little people. Go on guest requests, and I'll bring you up, and we'll get your question live on the program here. Welcome, Florida. Good to have you with us in the house here. Alpha, welcome. Mr. Kuboto, Daniel. And we're going to see something from Bitter Truth. He's going to show us a video of one of his recorded sightings. You're watching Encounters. Okay, so sis, come into the queue. Go into the multi-guest option. I'm going to follow you. Actually, go into the queue, and there's a little people queue there. You can see it on my screen. Go in there, and I'll bring you up. We have time. I'll get to all questions. I'll be happy to answer questions. People, just get into the queue. I'd rather have you on live with me on the show, and you can ask the questions to me directly. Okay?
So my internet is like kind of like weird right now. Is there a way you could possibly show it or no? Maybe like on the
I
back of
have
your
no way
screen.
of I have no way of showing it. If you have it on your thing and you can bring it up on screen, then the people would see it through that other computer you have right there. But if you're
Okay.
not able to do it, don't worry about it.
All right,
You
just
might
give me
have
like one
to.
more minute. I'll try one more time and then.
Okay. And we're on here usually at 11 o'clock at night, usually on the East Coast here. North Carolina, welcome. If you have it on you, can you, my camera right now, I want to ask you a question. Yeah, Jeffrey, let's see here. Well, I know you're on the camera. And I've got Sis here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more people. So, Jeffrey, if you go in my queue, I see you, but you go into the queue, multi-guest option, I will get to you. We have time. And Bitter Truth, if you're having some trouble, hey, Crafter,
Yeah,
thank you for the gift.
yeah, it's not opening, but if anybody want to like watch it, this is the name. Just type this in on
Celestial Revelations, is it?
Revelator.
Revelator, Celestial Revelator. Is that on? And what is that on? On TikTok?
YouTube.
YouTube. Okay,
Okay,
Celestial.
wait, it's working now. I think. One second.
Okay. We're going to do one more time, and then we're going to try to
Okay.
get as many people here before 1 o'clock. And I got some video here we're going to show people. It's going to blow you away. The first video tonight was from Hartford, Connecticut, from December 16th. 3 orbs appeared and went into formation, and quite an amazing video. Claudia, welcome. Everybody coming in here. Digital, welcome. WWE Champion, welcome. Kim R. Rife, Saint. Everybody coming into the show. This is Encounters.
Yeah,
Aquafina, Pisces.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to hold you up, but I guess I'll try to
Yeah.
come again once it start working. I'd let
Yeah,
other people come in.
don't worry. We'll get back to you again some night. All right. I appreciate it, man. And we'll bring it down. I want to get
Again,
to
but
these
if any,
people. And let's see here. Let me take a look. And I'm going to bring up people in the queue. I'm going to go with this person here. And again, get in the queue, people. It's very easy. If you get in the multi-guest queue, I'll get to you, I promise. Sis, welcome to Encounters.
Let me undo my thing. Okay. Thank
And
you.
you do have camera ability. Can you go on the
wait,
camera?
I thought I undid it.
No, you
Is
have
it
to press the save button. You press the key to unlock that line on the camera and save it.
What do you mean save it?
Yes. So you have
I
the
see.
mic.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
no. Go back.
Yeah.
You can hear me, right? Hold on.
But there's actually a camera that you can press.
Yeah.
It'll unlock the camera.
I
And then
did.
it'll
I can
say,
see myself. Oh, save. I got it.
there you go. You got it. There you go.
I'm really tired. Thank
Oh,
you
that's
so
okay.
much for allowing me to come up. I really appreciate that. So my question was, I have been told by several people that Anunnakis are no longer here with us. They
Yeah, those
originally
people are wrong about that, by the way.
Okay, well, I've heard it from different people, the same story, but what I've heard is that the Anunnakis, they were here on Earth, and they started creating. They became very aggressive with each other, and so when they did that, there was an explosion here on Earth, and they no longer are here on Earth.
Okay, so I'm glad you brought that up. So wherever those people are, they're all incorrect about what they're saying. My consciousness, I work with the Ashtar Command, and the Anunnaki are part of a group of all the beautiful space people. And Anunnaki, my friends in Appalachian Mountains, the Anunnaki are communicating with my friend Half Pint and her husband for over 2 years now. And they are very tall. They're about probably anywhere from 9 to 10 feet tall, men and women. They have children. And all these people that say those things, they have no idea what the Anunnaki are. Wherever they're getting the information, it's incorrect.
Can I ask you another question?
Yeah.
Please. Are they like Sasquatch looking people, or are they more
No, the Anunnaki are human. They're human. Anunnaki. Very spiritual, very, very beautiful people.
Well, they recently did find, supposedly under Noah's Ark, where they think Noah's Ark is, they found a home or something underground in that area that's been covered up, and they found a human hand of a female, but the hand is like they only found like 3 joints of a finger, but that joint of that finger, I think it's like the ring finger, is like 3 times the size of a normal hand of a human.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah, I don't know about that, but I do know that the Anunnaki are really beautiful people, and they are very loving people too. And yeah, they come so there's a lot of stuff about the Anunnaki on the internet over the years I've looked at, and a lot of it is misinformation.
Yeah.
There's some historical things about them, but a lot of people are going from historical information and not from the information that is really from the people that are having contact with them.
So, do you think possibly that they did have a revolution here on Earth, and they died, and because they can't get along here on Earth with maybe the humans? I don't know, because I don't even know what era they were here.
Yeah. No, they didn't. The Anunnaki didn't have a revolution. There was no revolution. Our planet's like 8 billion years old, so there are space people that have been living here since the beginning of our planetary system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So why are they not showing themselves to everyone? Why are they hiding?
Well, it's not just the Anunnaki. I think we get too fixated on one group of people. It's a whole galactic group. So the Pleiadians, the Anunnaki, the Andromedans, the Sirians, the people, the Lyrans. There's so many different space people, they all work together. They don't work separately. They all totally work together. So it's time now for contact. As we get closer to that point, they are here to reveal themselves when it's time. Not so much when we want it to happen, it's when they're supposed to happen.
Okay, and then I just want to say one more thing. I had an experience. I think we talked about this before. Talked about it in your live, where I had. I still have it in my right arm. It's like you can feel it under the skin. But I woke up. I was living in a different apartment than I'm in now, and I woke up in the middle of the night and I saw these gray-looking creatures. There was two of them, and they were at the end of my bed, observing me. And I think they didn't think I was going to wake up. I kind of like shocked them that I woke up, startled them. And I heard them, I had a hardwood floor, so I heard them shuffling away. But when that happened, there was also this weird thing that happened with my window. It was opened up about probably 1.5 feet high where, you know, somebody could crawl through there. But it wasn't like that when I first moved in. And so after that incident, I noticed that the window, and it would not go up and it would not go down. It was like stuck in that position.
So it's possible that you have had an implant in you. And one of the things that I do is I take out implants remotely. I don't know if you've heard about me doing this, but and people on the show are not used to this or are new to the show. I've been given the ability by my space father to take out implants, and I do it with the palm of my hands. And if you want me to, I can take the implant out of you right now.
Yeah, sure. Why would they put the implant in me?
The lower vibrational ETs do that for a lot of different reasons, and they were given that permission, in my opinion only, so I don't get in trouble here. For the last 70 years, our government made an agreement with the lower vibrational ETs that they can take people that are human and implant them, and a lot of times they want to keep track of the human person they're implanting, and they've taken children. They've done all these things that are against universal law. So it's against universal law completely to do that.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. So
no problem.
What is the purpose of them doing that, though? Like, what is their objective or their agenda for doing that? Are they getting data? Are they just choosing certain people? Is there a reason? I mean, I'm confused.
Okay, so I'll deconfuse you. The reason why they've always implanted people is, and the government has been involved, in my opinion, as well with them, working with them, is to not only have new children, they've lost their humanity. So the reptilians, not the reptilians, but the Zeta used to be like us in the Zeta Reticuli system. They lost their humanity because they got so advanced technically, they forgot their emotions and all those things that are important, you know? They can't reproduce. So therefore, Earth-based women and others who can reproduce, they want to have hybrid children to bring back what they've lost, which is their humanity. And they lost it because they had problems with their planetary systems. So that's why they do that. And like I said, once I do this, I can take out the implant in a few minutes. You'll feel it coming out, but it's not going to be painful, in my opinion. And again, this is for entertainment purposes only, but I can take out the implant.
Sure, I'll give you permission, but I just have to say one more thing. It's weird that you said that they would want to breed, because I have had my tubes tied and I've had 4 children and I'm past menopause. So I don't know why they were they taking my eggs out or something?
They could be. That's something they could be doing, because your human eggs, for entertainment purposes only, could be used for reproduction purposes. Because it's human, and they're not. They lost humanity. So if you want me to, I will help you here. So here I'm going to show everyone around the world what I do here. I want you to close your eyes. And when you close your eyes, I want you to breathe in and breathe out of your nostrils about 3 or 4 times. And everyone around the world who's watching this, you're going to see something that's real. I can't fake this. I am able to do this, and you're going to see it. Okay. And when you're ready, you let me know.
Okay.
Okay. So what I'm going to do now is start to remotely put energy. I'm going to switch my consciousness now, and I'm switching from talk show host consciousness. I'm still talk show host. I'm going to switch to my cosmic consciousness, which is my space consciousness. And I'm going to now affect your energy field in a minute. Keep your eyes closed.
Okay.
And I'll start to feel the aura around your head, which I'm going to start feeling now. As I feel it, I'm going to actually penetrate the aura so you can feel my energy. And in a minute or so, you can feel the energy now. Good. And again, this is being done remotely. And as I feel the energy, I'm going to scan you right now. And when I get to the implant, I'm putting beams of light into your cellular structure of your body. When I get to the implant, I will actually neutralize it. And you'll tell me where I am because I'm going down slowly. And when I'm there, you say stop, and I'll stop.
Okay, were you starting at the top of my head?
Yes, I'm starting at the top of your head.
Okay.
I'm going to the back end of your neck area. I'm now going back further down.
Yep,
So
you're
you're seeing
there.
everybody right there?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to neutralize the implant. What I'm going to do, folks who are watching this, I'm going to take out the implant. If you've never seen anybody do this, I've been given the ability to do this, and I'm going to take the implant out. So don't be afraid to watch the show because I'm doing this. It's a good thing. What I'm doing right here is taking out a negative implant out of her, and I'm going to destroy the implant. If you don't think I can do this, folks, then if you're laughing, you're not going to be laughing after I do this because the person will tell me I've taken it out. I'm now penetrating the energy at the implant. I've got it neutralized. I'm going to split the implant in two. I'm going to take the implant out now. Keep your eyes closed. And as I take it out, once I take it out, I'm going to shake it a little bit towards the end of your skin on either side. And then it's going to be like a pop. It's going to be out. I'll have it out in like one or 2 minutes here. Give me a minute. When I take it out, I'm taking it out on both sides. I've just basically broken it down. I'm taking the implant out now. It's almost out. I can hear a little bit of sound. I'm taking the thing out. Almost out. I'm going to use the beam of light to decompose it. I'm taking it completely out now to your body. It's almost out. I'm going to destroy the implant that's in her. And if you're watching Encounters, I am actually doing it. Oh yeah, it's coming out now. Oh yeah, I can hear it. Yep, it's coming right out. Oh, okay, almost out. You'll be good. I'm going to destroy the whole implant in her body. Every part of that implant's coming out.
Yeah,
You're going to be okay now. Is it out? Almost. I'll take it out. Wait a minute. There's one part here. I'm pulling it straight. I'm going to take it right out from your back area. When I have it out, you tell me. I'm going to work on you until I get all of it out.
Yeah, it feels like it's out now.
Okay, let me destroy the implant.
It's actually in the arm. It was in the arm.
Okay. Okay, the implant has now been destroyed.
Okay,
How do you feel?
Yeah, I can feel like a scab there, but I don't feel the little piece
The
of thing.
implant? It's
Yeah.
gone. Let me do
Yeah.
something. Keep your eyes closed. I'm going to heal the skin in the arm. Give me a
Okay.
minute. I'm going to heal the skin in the arm. You should feel a tingle. I'm going to heal where they had the implant in you, and it's all going to be healed up in like a minute. They'll be completely healed. I have a lot of heat energy coming from my palm and my hands right now.
Yeah, I can tell. And the weird thing about it is it was actually causing me to jerk. It was affecting my nervous system.
Mm-hmm. You're now going to be. I'm going to do a few other things here.
Mm-hmm.
That part of your arm that was implanted with the implant is now healed, and as you sleep, it'll continually heal. I'm putting beams of energy of light through your cellular structure now. And we're going to scan your whole body to make sure there's nothing else, any residuals. If we find anything in you that is a residual, it'll be completely decomposed and destroyed. Do you understand?
Yes.
I'm working now from my Ashtar command consciousness. As I said, I am not from this world, but I am of this world. Does that make sense to anybody? That's why I know what I know. And I'm going to put a shield around you. Give me a moment. Keep your eyes closed.
I think I already have like an orb around me.
Yes, I'm going to put a bodysuit of a light around you. You should start feeling it now. It's going to be going around you. It's going to be very comfortable, invisible, and it will protect you wherever you go.
Okay.
You'll be protected now. Completely protected now. They cannot touch you anymore.
Wonderful. I kind of thought that there was a reason why they did it, and that I didn't need to take it out, but
No, that's an invasion of a person's personal person, and they're not supposed to do that. It's against universal law to do that, but they don't care about universal law. They do what they wanted to do. Now what we're going to do is I'm clearing the energy in your house. Give me a second. Keep your eyes closed. I'm shooting beams of light that are separating from me. They will clear every room and take any residual energy from the negative ETs that had done this to you. Clearing all the energy. We're putting a bubble around the property, which I'm doing right now too. This bubble will be invisible, and it's an invisible shield. But wherever you go, sister, you will now be free of them. And I want you to say these words. And the words I use here are dealing on the cosmic level, not on a religious level when I say these things. I want you to say, I am
I am
a cosmic, Christed being, yes,
being
of light.
of light.
I am beautiful.
I am beautiful.
I love myself.
I love myself.
I love the universe.
I love the universe.
And I am free.
And I am free.
You can open your eyes now.
Whew. Yeah, I felt like there was always just like some kind of negative. Like I had felt like my joy was gone for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Your joy is going to come back. When you go to sleep tonight, you're going to have the ability to eventually make contact with your star family, because you do have one. I don't know who they are, but I will tell you, you do have a star family.
Oh, wow. Well,
Yeah,
I
you didn't
know
know
that
did you?
I know. Well, I know I have two guys, and I know their names.
Mm-hmm.
I've had communication with them. I actually had a near-death experience, so yeah.
See, you look much better. Doesn't she look better? Smile. Give us a smile.
Yeah.
Much better. You're feeling much. Don't you feel lighter now than you did before?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
absolutely,
there was
right?
definitely something pulling me down.
Yeah, not anymore. No more. We took care of that. And actually, the Zeta that did this, I'm sending a beam of light that will track them. Wherever they are, they'll be forced off planet.
Okay. Well, there was two of them.
Yeah, they're not going to be coming back anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. Well, thank you. I really appreciate it.
I'm glad I brought you up here. I didn't realize that, but I'm so glad I brought you up here.
All right.
Okay, sis, thank you for being here. You're a blessing.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Okay, we're going to bring you down. And this is what we do here, not just, and we're going to be getting into some video footage. And now for people that were skeptical, what I just did is real. What I just did is the real deal. I don't play the games. Okay. I've been gifted this ability by my space father, and I use it appropriately in terms of what I'm doing. All right. ALX, welcome. My name is CmdrAleon. I'm host of the show Encounters. I've been involved in the UFO field for years. I'm also a contactee. I had my first only visual contact when I was a kid with men and women in space outfits that were wearing light blue outfits. And yeah. So yeah, but I've been involved in the whole subject, and I've had many, many sightings over the years since growing up, and I'm being activated now. I've taken out a lot of implants. I don't even keep track of it anymore, but we do on this show. We don't just talk about what's happening right now with all these things in the sky, but I'm able to take out implants, and I destroy them. Oh, you're very welcome, ALX. I don't think schizophrenia. Well, the schizophrenia and the implant. Well, the implants could cause the schizophrenia, but there's no real history that I can go by, so it's hard to say. I don't know if they are related, honestly, Canadian gal. Let me see here. I'm gonna bring up Molly, and then we're gonna do Michael and another recent guest, Molly. We're gonna welcome Molly to the show. I'm gonna get to some video footage too. Hey, Molly, welcome to the show.
Hi,
How you doing? Are you there?
I'm here. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
no problem. Can you bring your camera on, Molly, or you're not able to do that?
Can you hear me? Wait. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
You know how to do the camera? You have the camera. Can you bring it on, or you're not able to do that?
Let me see.
You just have to press the camera with a little line on it and save it, and it'll bring you right on. It's right next to the microphone.
Camera.
Yeah, there should be a camera there.
Yeah, I see the camera.
Yeah, you're going to press the camera. It'll unlock the camera and then save it.
Oh,
There you go.
okay.
You got it. Okay, Molly,
Hi,
welcome to the show. And where are you located on planet Earth?
Houston.
Houston, Texas. A lot of people in Texas having sightings. Tell us about what's happening where you are.
Oh, I just have a question about how can a person tell between a UFO and a drone?
Very good question. So a real drone is something metallic that I've seen in New Jersey. The police departments are using these drones. They're big. They're not as big as a car, but they're big and they're heavy. And they're using them to try to catch the other objects in the sky to get a closer look and observation of them. So those drones, then there are personal drones that people buy in the store, hobby stores.
Yeah, but there's some here around Houston too.
The drones.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you're talking about the ones that people are seeing in the sky right now?
Yes.
Okay, and do those look fairly? Have you seen them?
Yes, I have.
Tell
So
us what they
I'm
look like.
confused. How can a regular person, like, like, is that a UFO or is a drone or how can they tell?
Okay, so if you see, let's say, a non-terrestrial spaceship, that's really a spaceship. It will not look like a drone. But although some of these things that we call drones are mimicking Earth-based things, so it's a little bit difficult now because now there are people on the East Coast where I am, in Hartford. There was a video I showed earlier. A family was videotaping something coming up from the Connecticut River where we are, and three of these objects, they were beautiful, and they came into a V on a like a triangular formation. Then they went up and went into a line. And so
Yes.
these were definitely not Earth-based objects. These were non-terrestrial, most likely orbs or plasma type objects. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. It's going to be confusing a little bit, but there are definitely intergalactic energies that are coming here, put it that way, that are getting ready to interact with the human population.
Yeah, it's very confusing. It's very
Yeah,
confusing what's going
yeah.
on.
Well, that's why I'm here, to deconfuse everybody. Okay? I won't confuse you at all. If you listen to me, you'll never be confused.
Yeah,
You know,
I do. Okay, well,
so you
thank
know that.
you.
Okay, I appreciate you, Molly.
Okay,
We'll
bye.
bring her down over in Texas. A lot of stuff going on down there. Now, we're going to get to a video here. We're going to take a little break for a video. We're going to show you something that maybe many of you have not seen yet. When I show you this footage, it's going to blow your mind too. So it's now time. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only. And we will show you some good stuff here. Let me see, where is it? Here we go. And this is, let's see, I don't want to do that. Okay, let's see if I can just stop it. We're going to start from the beginning of the video. Okay, let's see if I can stop it here. Wait a minute. The video is about, I'm not sure how long it is. So you're going to see now this person was in an airline flight, United Airlines 2359, going on a flight from ORD to EWR, wherever that is. Whoops, let me just do this here. We're going to turn the lights out here for a minute. Get ready for some more video action on encounters. And let me just switch myself out. We're going to flip the camera. Get ready for the footage. This is again for entertainment purposes only. All right, let's check this one out. This is on a United Airlines flight here. Let me just do this here. You can hear the jet. This is above the cloud line. This is really high up. This jet was really high up. This recording was December 16th. And then this is for entertainment purposes only. And I'll tell you, they're here. We're going to show this as much as we can here. If you're not watching Encounters, you're missing out on what's happening here. Look at this. Look at this, folks. This is on a commercial airline flight. And this person was sitting in a seat recording this. Crazy, huh? So don't believe anything you see on CNN or all these other networks, in my opinion only. You want the truth? We're going to show you the videos here. And every night we're going to select some of the best videos here to show you. This is a commercial airline flight. Look at this. I'm going to definitely replay it. Look at that. Now that's weird. I think that might be, in my opinion, our government monitoring these other objects. I think our government's monitoring them. I'm going to let it replay because I'm not sure that everyone's seen this. The last object, you can see one of them that looks like not an orb, but looks like an Earth-based object monitoring these things. I want to make sure nobody misses anything here. Yes, orb. Yeah, all I can do is monitor them, that's right. And then I'm going to go back to the camera. Yeah, Alex, it's plasma, definitely. You'll see what appears to be a drone, and I think, in my opinion, it's our military monitoring them. And it's all they can do is monitor them. This is a commercial line flight. This is from December 16th. Everything I'm showing here is documented. I'm trying to give you the latest information. Now that they're in a dark area, wherever they were going, it got darker out. They're losing the sunlight. You're going to see one object that looks different, and it looks like it could be one of ours. In a minute, you're going to see it. It'll be in just a minute. You're going to see this other thing. You can see the orbs. And there it is, right there. Where is it? That object is not one of the other objects. See that? That looks like it's a monitoring object, in my opinion. That might be our own military, in my opinion. And then there's the orbs, all these orbs. All right, I'm going to go back to... Okay. All right. Let me switch back to camera. Tanya has orbs. I'm gonna try to get to some more people. Okay, let me switch back to my camera here. And welcome back to Encounters. Just tuning in, you're watching Encounters, the late night spiritual UFO talk show. I'm your host, CmdrAleon. And let's see here. We have Lolly. Let's see. We have Michael T. Michael, and I have and then Lolly. Lolly, hang in there. We have another person in here. I'm going to go to this person. I'm going to try to quickly go to everybody and make sure I catch everybody here and get them on here to share. Michael, good to see you, and welcome to Encounters.
Hello, I was on last night, and we were talking.
Yes, you were, Michael.
I was wondering about an implant. A couple things I didn't say last night was back in the 80s, I had a high top secret clearance, and I did work at Area 51 for 4 years.
You did?
So, yes, I did. I'll probably get jammed for a second.
No, you'll be okay. Don't be. So now you got me curious. You worked at Area 51 for 4 years.
Yeah. I've always been places where things have happened. I was at like the place in England that you were talking about. That was RAF Lakenheath. I was there when the Rendlesham Forest deal went down.
You were there when that whole thing happened?
Yes. I was at Holloman Air Force Base where supposedly they landed. I did see a fireball go across the sky one day in the daytime, like a spaceship take off, went right straight across, right above the treetops. And I've been around a lot of places where things.
So I now you got me going. Now my mind's going crazy here. So let's start with Area 51 and then work our way to these other things. You had top security clearance. So at Area 51, I know it's a multi-level facility, and I'm not so concerned about that anymore because we're going to have contact and nobody's going to be able to stop it. When you're at Area 51, can you tell me were there extraterrestrials that are being held captive at Area 51? This is for entertainment purposes only.
I would say probably not. I did not see anything like that.
You didn't say anything. Okay.
No.
Is it because go ahead.
Everything is so compartmentalized there that you don't know what's going on with everything else. The only thing I can say is if you've ever watched any of the TV shows where they've got the guys in the white trucks that sits and watches the area. I did walk up to one of those trucks one night, and I asked him, I said, you ever see anything around here going on? And he says, serious as you can be. He says, yeah. Do
you have a TV on or something in the background?
No.
Really?
I got a police scanner going. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying. Talk about being jammed. Thank you, Mike. But so
let me make sure that this thing's turned down all the way.
And we made 200,000. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, he said they land on the Groom Lake bed, and they get out and do their thing, they get back in and leave, and he says it's normal practice.
So he's saying that the extraterrestrials land on the Groom Lake bed, and then they come down and leave?
Yeah, they get out and walk around for a while or do whatever, and then they take off and leave. That's what he told me, and he was serious. There's no reason he had to lie to me.
No, I believe it. So why would they land at the Groom Lake bed and then leave? That's interesting.
That I don't know. It's out a ways from base proper, so
Oh, it's not. It's not. It's not
maybe
inside the base. It's on the outer skirts of the base.
yes. So
So,
it's on the other side of the runway and everything. So
so do the people in command there have any concerns about that? Because I'm wondering why would they just let him come and go?
no concerns that
Really?
happened. And another thing that happened to me while I was out there. This is probably going to sound stupid. I
Nothing
went to
stupid here.
chow. I went to chow one day,
Mm-hmm.
and I ate some fish or something. My throat swelled up. I couldn't breathe hardly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I went down to the flight surgeon's office, and he asked me if I wanted to become a super soldier at that time. That was the craziest thing I ever heard. He said, if you want
Oh,
to do
wow.
that, you can come back tomorrow. And I don't know if I ever went back or not. Because
Yeah.
a lot of things happened that was weird there.
Yeah.
That
Now, is Area
S4 is
51?
where the
Yeah.
UFOs are held, and that's about
S4
10
is
miles.
10 miles up on a mountain hill, right?
Yeah, I didn't have clearance to go there, so I never went.
Oh, really? So that's where they
Bob
keep.
Lazar was
So,
out there the same time that I was too.
did you know
So
Bob Lazar?
I did not know Bob Lazar,
You didn't
but he
know
was
him.
out there the
Okay.
same time as I was out there.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
So,
Hmm.
everybody that worked out there, they always said, keep your eyes open and your mouth closed. So,
Really
you
interesting.
can't, everything even if you went to the jaw hall, you were not to talk with anybody else,
Mm-hmm. Oh, they
even
didn't
with
want
my
you.
clearance that I had.
Really, because they
You could not talk
were
with
they
anybody else.
were they afraid people would start, speaking about
Well,
things with other people that they knew and other levels of
right,
clearance? I
right.
gotcha.
So
So tell us about
I did
S4. S4 is where there's
S4. I don't know.
the
It's about 10 miles south of Area 51 is all I was ever told. So I
okay.
don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it because
Mhm.
there's, like I said, everything out there is compartmentalized.
Tom
So
Hiles. Yeah, that's what they do. Yeah, yeah.
you
You were in
don't know
England
what's
at the
going
time of
on.
that other thing, and you were also in England,
Yes,
Michael, during the Resham.
yes, it
And
was.
I've seen video documentaries about that. Tell us, you saw some of the objects that were there at the time.
Well, I didn't. There was radio traffic when I rode the launch truck at
Mm-hmm.
nighttime, and
Mm-hmm.
we had radio traffic, but I never saw anything.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what else can I say? I do follow F-111s were there then, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what I worked on. And I'm with the group, and they were saying several weeks ago that a colonel that I've got stuff where they're saying they've seen drones and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they never said what. Nobody tried to shoot them down. No, nothing like that.
Right. Right.
So
So what do you think, Michael, about all this stuff now? That's really exciting. Like in Connecticut, I showed the video earlier of this couple. We have a thing called the Connecticut River, and they had three beautiful orbs going up from the river and creating a triangle and then moving their formation.
I, I thought that was genuine, really.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah, me too.
It's almost TR3B is a triangular black object. I didn't
Yeah,
ever see one, but I know about them.
yeah.
That
Well, in their case,
that
Michael, they weren't seeing a TLV3. These things are separate. They went into a formation and then they went into a line after, like, towards the end of it.
yeah, I
It
did.
was very interesting.
I've been going out every night and looking here, but it's been so overcast here in Indiana that
Yeah.
I never see anything. But I did see the other night like it was almost like a searchlight was going around. You normally can see the beam going up into the clouds,
Yeah.
but that night it was just like the thing was running a racetrack, and it was running really quick, and you could see the lights, but you couldn't see anything else. It was in the clouds.
Mm.
And I thought I saw somebody took a picture like that on TikTok. I was
Mm-hmm.
scanning through the other day, and I thought I saw something with the same thing, but I
Yeah.
never found it again.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm just wondering if I got like I said, I thought ever since I was a kid, I thought I was taken by the Greys up to about 13.
Yeah.
And I put up
Interesting.
such a fuss when they took me like that, that it was just, I didn't see much and I don't remember much about it.
I see. I
But
see. Yeah.
like I told you last night, about 6 months ago, I had a gray outside my window,
Yeah.
and other places I've lived, they've followed me. So
Hmm.
I know they've been around. I can always
You know,
sense it when they're around.
and I think that did you get implanted? Do you believe you had an implant by
I
them?
think maybe I do because, like I told you
Hmm.
last night, anytime I get around a radio, it kind of
Hmm.
cuts it out.
And
So
I'd like to do something like for you tomorrow night at the beginning of the show or during the show. Would you
okay,
mind letting me do what I just did for the woman earlier, where I can take the
I'd be
implant out of you?
I'd be happy if I got one. I want to get rid of it.
Yeah, I'll take the implant. For people that are watching my show, yes, I am. I've been in the media and I'm on NPR radio for 21 years, a contactee, and a lot of other things, and I'm fully like a cosmic book. But I also do stuff like I take out implants. I do it with the palm of my hands on this UFO show. I've taken out over 50 plus implants, probably a little bit more since the one I did tonight. When Michael, who I believe has an implant, tomorrow night when it's earlier, I'm going to have him on the show and we're going to take out the implant and destroy it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
just to let people know what I did when I was out in Area 51. I worked on the stealth fighter before
Really?
it was out in the open. I'm
Hmm.
one of the ones that was in flight test to make it work.
Oh, wow.
So when I first went on it, you couldn't do anything but take off and land. We couldn't do anything with it.
Oh, wow.
So
Interesting. Interesting.
I was
Well,
flight controls and instruments.
wow. You're
So
an amazing person. We're going to have you back on tomorrow night. We're going to talk to you more and we're going to also do that work. I'm going to work on you and I'm going to work on you. I'm going to help you. I'm going to take out the implant that I do believe is in you.
I would love that.
Okay,
I
Michael, you're a blessing, man. Yep.
thank you for bringing me up.
Always, always, always a pleasure. You have so many good stories to tell. We appreciate you. Michael Terry, thank you for being here. I'm going to bring on, let me see here. And my friend John is out here. Where's John? Johnny out there. Where are you? He's somewhere there. And Lisa, just because the media presentation, people have to understand something. Our major media is using the word drones, and this is my opinion only for intensive purposes. The government officials at the press conferences are saying the word drones. Nobody knows what they're looking at. Okay. Now, some of these things, now you're seeing what I call the spaceships. Requested, Lolly's requested. Look, where's Lolly here? We're going to definitely get to a few more people. I'm going to bring Lolly up here.
Good evening.
Hey, good evening. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
We're doing good, and I'm going to definitely follow you as a guest here on our show. Tell us where you are, and tell us a little bit about what's happening out your way now with all this stuff going on.
Yeah, I'm out in DC. And there's like reports of stuff going on, and there's videos. I haven't seen any, so I went out and looked myself. And I'm gonna be honest. I see airplanes, I see stars, and I see lights from cell phone towers. I haven't seen any drones or anything like that. I would love to. I don't know if I'm not in the right spot. I went out and looked over the Capitol when they said they were there. I haven't seen anything.
Yeah,
And
and don't feel alone. I've been looking out here where I am in central Connecticut, and I know what to look for. I've studied C5. I do C5 events in the summertime with a group of us here. We're well trained observers, and I've not seen anything except commercial air traffic. But somebody in my town did record two objects. They posted on a Facebook group, and they weren't drones. They looked like actual non-terrestrial objects. It was a great video. So there are things happening. Not everyone's seeing what other people are seeing, and that doesn't mean that you're not going to ever see them. I think we're all going to see them at some point.
Yeah. I heard earlier today, I was watching another podcast, and I heard if you get a mass spectrometer, it's kind of like a filter for a camera,
Hmm,
and you record the drones in that, you'll actually see a nitrogen burst line when they take off. And I don't know,
interesting.
it was a scientist. Yeah, do you know Hal Puthoff?
I've heard of the name
Yeah,
vaguely.
he's like engineer for the Navy aerospace program. He's like the
Hmm.
head guy. It was a podcast with him on it that I was listening to. It's from a couple weeks ago, and a guy he was with, they were talking about technology, and they said if you can get these things on camera with a mass spectrometer, you will see the when they leave, when they come and leave, you'll actually see them leave trails behind, and that's a sign that they're using time warp or so. I don't remember exactly what it said, but
Yeah.
advanced technology.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. Well, I'm just glad you came up. Yeah. And again, I want people to know that there's a lot happening right now. There's going to be a lot more happening, and this whole thing is getting more interesting every day. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. For all the people that were skeptical 30 years for the last 30 years about the subject or poo-pooing it like it was nothing, you have intergalactic activity happening around our planet. And like I said earlier, there's no drones coming out of the Atlantic Ocean. Drones do not come out of the Atlantic Ocean. And if they're calling them drones, that's a misinterpretation of what they are. You're dealing with non-terrestrial, or you're dealing with um, basically
Extraterrestrial.
extraterrestrial, I call space people that live in our oceans. We have several areas of our planet where there are space cities, and they live there. They've been here way before we were here. And this planet's 8 billion years old. Figure how many civilizations have been here. There's
Yeah.
been plenty of civilizations here. And we're in the phase of having contact within the next, I kept saying 2026, and I'm still sticking with that. If the space people prove me wrong and they decide to make contact sooner, then we're all going to be in for something here. But again, if there's any fear-based activity on the national media or international media in this country, you got to be careful what they're telling you, because they're using the people that interview things. They don't know what's going on. They interview people that they want to have know what's going on, and none of these officials know what's going on. Nobody knows what's going on except those of us who are connected in that way. And for me, because I come here not just as a human person, as a starseed, and fully conscious, I can tell you without pendulums or without crystal balls, I do know a lot of things. I've interviewed people with top security clearance. I don't need even top security clearance people to know what's going on. I just know what's going on, and I know that we're going to have contact soon. And there's going to be a part of, for practical purposes only, and from my opinion, and I'm going to use the word opinion, you're going to have the government, in my opinion, try to mix people up and confuse them to not understand what's happening here and get people confused. The last thing we need to have is everybody get confused out there. Okay? And for entertainment purposes, and in my opinion only, um, the space people are going to make themselves known. That's what you're going to see happen. In the next year, you're going to see a lot of activity here. It's going to kind of shake people up in their belief systems, but that kind of is a good thing. Our belief system has been not shaken up at all, so now that they're going to be shaken up, people are going to have to reevaluate who they are, their lives, what they are, and what they're doing. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I think disclosure's coming soon, just like you said, with all these drones or UAPs, UFOs, extraterrestrial aircrafts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um, and it's definitely interplanetary. You see them zooming around, you see them moving at unexplained, speeds. They can definitely come down here, go into the air, go outside of
Yeah,
the atmosphere, anything they want to do.
yeah. And the thing is, there's nothing in my opinion, there's nothing that the Pentagon can do to stop the information from getting out. They might have their own top secret information, in my opinion, but the lid is off the top secret information, because now the space people, and they are people, they're men and women from other planets, and I'm going to say it here, in my opinion only, that they are actually getting ready to make contact with the human population.
Yeah, yeah. I heard that they're zooming around with either it's cold fusion or cold plasma, is how they're doing it, and that's what those balls of light that we're seeing are, is actually just room temperature plasma or cold fusion.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's 1:02 in the morning. We're going to do a few more interviews, and then I'm going to cut the show off for the night. Hey, Lolly, I want to thank you for being here, man. I'm following you, and I appreciate your insight.
Thank you for having me on.
All right. Okay, everybody. Thanks to Lolly coming up. Let me see here. And I'm being pretty random here. Let's see. I'm going to bring up this whoops. Okay, I'm going to try to get everybody in here. And hey, John. We're going to bring John up, too. I think we can get him in here, too. Hey, good evening. Welcome. Are you still there? Well, that was weird. What's going on here? All right, let me see here. Ooh, I lost a few people. Where's that other person? There was somebody here. Where was that person? Are they back? Did they get back in queue? Where was that other person? There was this woman that was in there. Let me see if I can find her. You're watching Encounters. I'm gonna bring John up here. I'm gonna be very random here. I'm gonna do a few more interviews pretty quick here, and we'll see if get John up here. I don't see John. Where is he? It shows I invited him, but I don't seem to be. Okay, we're going to try this again. So, John, I sent you a guest request so you can come up if you want to. Just press the save button. Brittany, where's Brittany? Brittany has video. Where's Brittany? Let's bring Brittany up. Where is she? Or he or she? Oh, the Woody Chicken. It's mentioning Brittany. Where is she? I'll bring her up if she's still there. Oh, it says pending? That's weird. Where is this person? The person that has the video. Brittany, is it? Is she still here? I'll retry. Okay, John. Hey, Cam Sparkles. Good to see you. I will go backwards and try to find this Brittany person. I do remember seeing her in here. Where is she? She must be here somewhere. Yeah, that's the person. Oh, there she is. I'm bringing her back. I'm going to try to get her. I just found her. Let's see if she's still here. I just sent her a request. Hopefully she's back. So we're now about 1:05 a.m. in the morning. Leslie. Okay, Leslie said she had something at an Air Force base. Leslie, we're going to bring you up. Leslie, if you want to come up, I'd like to hear your story. It's at Tyndale Air Force Base a couple of days ago. And, oh, here we go. I'm going to bring John up here, I think. We're going to get John on camera here on the late night here. Hey, John, good evening.
Hey, my friend, how are you? Great to see you. Love your stuff.
Yeah.
Love your stuff. How are you?
Good. You want to turn your camera on, or you're not able to do
I
that?
thought I had it on. Let's see. All right, here we go. There we are. What's up,
There's
man?
John. Hey, John. How's it going, brother?
Fantastic. I've been listening silently in the wings. Absolutely love your stuff. Can't say it enough, man. Great stuff.
Thank you very much. I've been watching you, and everyone's on at different times of the day and night, which is good because we need to all be on at different times so people can still get a focus on what's happening here. Because the mainstream media, which I watch very little of, is very little TV, that their whole genre is and their whole focus is, what about these drones? When I see these people in suits on TV interviewing in CNN and everything, they're talking about drones. And they're not talking about the fact that not everything up there is Earth based. They're not talking about the fact that we're not being invaded, which is the other fake stuff going on, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only, so I don't get in trouble here.
Right.
Because believe me, I know what I'm doing. And then these spaceships, and I call them as they are, we have non-terrestrial spaceships coming not only from beyond Earth, we have spaceships in the oceans that are coming from bases in the depths of our oceans where space people live. I call them space people, that they've been living here before we even existed.
Mhm.
But we always thought we were the ones, right? But we weren't the only ones. We never were.
I got to tell you, I absolutely agree with you. And clearly, as you mentioned a little while ago, with the planet being 8 billion years old, looking at our current civilization, our level of technology, and I always reference the pyramids. You might have already talked about that, but for people to tell us, what is and isn't correct, but can't explain a pyramid that we can see, I could say, okay, this is
Right.
4,500 years old. We know someone built it. We know no one's willing to tell us how it was built. So
Right.
clearly, there's other intelligence out there. We just have to be open to it. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. But it all goes back to growing up in the '60s. We had textbooks. In every generation you have a book, right? Somebody writes a book, a history book, a science book. Your science teacher tells you this is science. Your astronomy teacher tells you this is astronomy. So you believe what you're taught. This is like the programming, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. We're given a prescribed, spiel that we're supposed to go with. And we're supposed to become lawyers and doctors and police officers and go into the military and become garbage picker uppers and work in a luncheonette or McDonald's and be happy working at Walmart. And this is basically the way the framework is set up
Oh
for
yeah.
become a millionaire. And this is how we're become successful. But that's all cover for stuff that's unimportant. When the real importance is we're not here to create buildings and factories and pollute the water and whatever. We're here to do something greater, right?
If I may ask, so I had an experience when I was young. I'm 53 now. I had an experience when I was 14. I can keep it brief, but I would love to get your thoughts because up until now, it's always been me trying to do my own research. But I have a lot of respect for you and your
Oh,
research, and
thank
I
you.
just kind of wanted to see if you can give me some perspective on what your thoughts were, and I'll keep it brief. And of course, guys, this is my own personal experience. This is do
Right.
your research. But okay, so the short end of it is, I used to live in Brooklyn, New York. I was 14, and we used to fly pigeons on the roof. That was kind of our hobby. It's a thing up north. In fact, I heard you say you're from Connecticut. I think that might
Yeah.
be popular there. But ultimately, we went up to the roof this one day, and immediately as we were opening the door to get onto the roof, it was a 5-story building. We were met with the only thing I can describe, and you could maybe give me some insight. It felt like energy. It almost felt like static electricity. Maybe like when you touched the old picture tube television when you were a kid and you felt that cushion of air.
Right.
So I felt that when we got onto the roof. As we walked onto the roof, it was almost like the feeling you get when you're at the beach in chest deep water and you feel that resistance. So it was me and my friend Mario. I wasn't by myself. But when we walked out, we immediately felt this. And when I turned around, what I observed, I'll give you two things that stuck with me, and please tell me what you think. But it was about 2 city blocks away. It covered from 48th Street to 50th Street, so 2 city blocks wide. It was about 150 feet above the buildings. And you being from the Northeast, you can appreciate this. So I grew up in Brooklyn, where we had three airports. We had LaGuardia, we had JFK, and we had Newark, constantly
Right.
flying. So shadows from the airplanes were a daily thing. There was no shadow under this. I know
Hmm.
it was. I know it wasn't a blimp because I saw the Subway World Series. I've seen plenty of blimps. I knew that wasn't what it was. No sound, right? But here's the point: as this thing began to move away, that energy I was telling you about began to dissipate. It didn't
Hmm.
hurt. It just felt like static. Okay.
Right.
But what I observed was our pigeons that we used to fly. Normally, if you open the hatch, they come right out like
Right.
gangbusters. Okay. But they stayed in. And what I wanted to tell you was the only time in 5 years we've done that I've seen the birds not come out, the second I opened it, was when we found out there was a cat stuck on the roof and they were scared.
Okay.
So Would you say that was an encounter that was a physical because we felt the energy? I didn't see anything. I wish I could say
Right,
that. I
right,
didn't see any lights either, and I'll be
right.
very upfront with you. It was during the day. It was about 2 in the afternoon. So, what would your
Hmm.
thoughts be?
My thoughts automatically is that it could be an energy that is cloaked a lot. And so the thing I would say to you, just reading what you were saying energetically, is that you were dealing with a cloaked energy that you didn't see, but you felt the energy, right?
I definitely felt it in my clothes.
Right. So I would say it was definitely a cloaked energy. That's as much as I know. I have to always be honest with everybody because
I
I'm not
appreciate
going
it.
to make up stories. I never do. But it definitely is it's definitely an energy field. Now, what the energy field was, who knows? It could have been something that you got into an energy field that was not of our particular realm, that because you were open to it, you felt it. Not everybody might have felt it. You could have 10 other people go up there, stand where you were, and not feel a thing. But because you are who you are, and I know reading your energy, you're open to this, you would probably be the first one to feel it
Okay,
when 10 other people wouldn't. Does that make sense?
it does.
You are that person, you are the person that's open to that.
Well, it's a relief to hear it. As I said, guys, I look to your audience. Love this guy's stuff. So happy I came across it. Obviously, we have similar interests, and it's just nice to be able to have a conversation with someone that
Yeah,
gets it. That gets it.
yeah.
So thank you for that. I know you got other people waiting. I'll listen quietly, but I appreciate the feedback. I really do. You're great. Keep it up, please.
And I know you're on at 9 o'clock in the night, correct?
No, yeah, I'm in New Orleans, so 9 p.m. Central. I usually
Oh,
run
you're
from
central.
nine, and it just depends on the vibe.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I gotcha. I gotcha. And then I come on at 11. So there's a plenty of opportunities. Then we have a friend of mine over in England who gets, I never get to see him. He comes in once in a while. He's over in England doing some stuff live over there in London, I think. I don't know if he's in London, but in the UK area for the European audience. And so there's people like us all over the place. It's just that you're not going to find us all on. I'm trying to be consistently on here. I
right.
try to get off before 1 o'clock so my better half doesn't, I don't wake her up. That's the one thing you have to, be aware of,
Happy wife,
or
happy
else I'm,
life.
or else I'm sleeping out in the broadcast area.
We don't want that.
All right, hey man, I appreciate you, John. You're doing a good job on
Thank
your
you, sir.
early show, and I appreciate the work you're doing too. Let's keep,
Yes, sir.
broadcasting the
Thank you.
truth and getting people aware of what's happening and question everything. And again, I'm here to bust the matrix. I've always been here for 2 years, all my life in this subject. I want to bust the matrix on radio. I do it on TV or here, and I am, giving people true information. I'll never make it up, and that's the way it should be.
All blessings, man. Thank you, brother.
Okay, you too, man. Keep on doing what you're doing. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Well, it's John down, and I appreciate him. I should be going to sleep right now. I really need to do that. Hey, Jared, thank you. So I think the commander is actually is Brittany here? Ah, she said I got to do this interview. I'm going to be on here with. Hey, good evening.
Hey, hello.
I'm glad I got you on here. Can you call on camera?
I do. I don't know how to turn it on.
Oh, so all you have to do is there's like a microphone and there's a little camera. So you have to press the camera with the line in it and then press save. It's right there. You'll see on your TikTok, you'll see a bunch of things. One of them is a camera. Hey, Chris.
I'm still not seeing it.
Okay, so let's see. Her camera.
Hang on, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You said it. Okay, so I see the mic.
You have the mic, and there's a camera icon.
I see the
It'll unlock your camera.
Okay, there we go.
All right, and then it should be saved, and you should be popping right in. Look at it.
Alrighty.
Any moment now.
You guys see me?
Let's see. Oh, voila! See, we always help everybody. Hey, good to have you with us. Is it Brittany? Am I getting that right?
Brittany.
Hey, good to have you with us. And where are you located? Where are you at?
So I am like 45 minutes outside of Memphis, Tennessee, like 5 minutes from the Mississippi River.
Oh, good, good, good. And so tell us about your story. I hear you have a lot of information.
I have quite a few stories actually. I don't even know where to begin, to be honest with you. I guess it really started about a year and a half ago for me. For my brother, however, it started way sooner. We're both Gemini. He's a little bit younger than I am. He's only like a year younger than me. But like he was having like, so it would be what would appear to be helicopters, right? And at one night I remember it being super, super active. There was like 4 or 5 sets of what appeared to be helicopters, and they were all floating, like they were all just hovering across the river, like above the river or whatever. And like this is on the Arkansas side at this point, and they're just kind of they're slowly making their way our way, hovering, and like they're all formed in the form of a triangle. Like they're not like perfect triangles; they're all different angles. You know what I mean? But they were all, it was threes, you know, all forming in triangles. Well, I had gotten a few videos, and I can't find those videos anywhere, but
Wow.
I literally felt the energy. Like it was so scary. I thought they was fixing to, they were up to something. It was super, you know, but
You knew,
like
and you
since
sensed it.
then,
You knew it too, right?
yes, for sure. And like, there was a few other people that was down there with us, and like you could tell that they like literally just thought that, I don't know, I guess they were like just making excuses to what they didn't want to really believe. And like, dude literally just tried to make me feel like I was crazy. And I looked at my brother and I was like, bro, please tell me I'm not fucking crazy. I know I'm not crazy. Like, is this shit really fucking happening right now? Like, this is really happening, right?
We want to watch the languaging, although just the
Oh,
languaging.
I'm so sorry. I'm so
You
sorry.
didn't know that, but you're okay. You're okay.
Yeah,
But
that was really crazy. But can they? I do have a question.
yeah.
Can they appear in your house, like just like out of nowhere and then disappear, like just a
Are you
face or
talking about
something?
talking about the space people, the
Yes.
people themselves? Yes. So that's a great question. So people, this is a good question. So the people that are space people, and again, the low vibrational beings have done this too, but the ones that are good ones, the good space people that look like us, they can go through walls open. They can break down the molecular structure of a wall and come right into the house, and they'll be right there in 2 seconds. They can also leave your house the same way, you know? So yes, it's the biggest answer is yes, 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 and another yes. Absolutely.
Wow. Like, okay, so I was coming into I was coming real deep into my spiritual awakening. I would say about 6 months ago, I got into NA recovery.
Okay.
If you know what that is, about a year ago. And 6 months after that is when I came into my awakening. And that's when stuff started to come to like visions, things of that nature. Like I can read thoughts and feel emotions, and you know all the empathy things that you get, you know, those things. But also like it's like further than that, you know what I'm saying? Like they were warning me, like they were showing me signs before, but like now it's like now I know. But see, I didn't know. I seen this face, and like, okay, so I smoke a vape, and I was hitting it in the middle of the night as I was getting my kids to sleep, and like I saw it, and I didn't know what it was. But whenever I try to Google it, like whenever I try to look it up on YouTube, all I was seeing was these beings, and so I was like, surely not, like surely not, surely they're not coming to me, you know, because I've never see. I'm getting chills right now because that's crazy.
Yeah.
And like I didn't, it literally did not even dawn on me until the guy that was talking before me said something about the gray.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what it looked like.
So have you had encounters with, well, the gray are really, it's just a terminology that we use in the topic of ufology, but they're actually called zeta. There actually are no real
Okay.
grays, but they are called zeta reticuli or zeta, just to give people some educational background.
Okay.
So did you have zeta, do you have zeta visiting you or something?
I think
Or
so.
what's
Like
going on?
it appeared, it just appeared. I hit my vape, and the vape comes on for a split second. Like maybe 5 seconds, and like it was there for that 5 seconds, and then I hit it
Mm,
again, and like I had tried to move my fingers in front of my vape to try to maybe make the same
mm-hmm.
shadowing on the
Yeah.
wall, and it was just unexplainable. I went to my mom, and she was saying, I don't want to say the word because I don't, I just
No.
don't feel comfortable, but
Yeah, we won't say the word. No.
shapeshifters of some sort is what
Right,
she was
right.
saying. And I'm like, no, that's not what this was. Like, but now, like, I was meant to come to your live tonight. I was meant to meet you, and I was meant
Yeah.
to see this because, like, I should have been in bed a long time ago.
Right.
But
Yeah. It's amazing how that
got,
works.
I just
Yeah.
got reeled in because so much was resonating with me,
No, I
you
appreciate
know?
you very much. And you're going to
Yeah.
be addicted to my show. If you're going to have an addiction in life, Encounters is the best addiction without drugs. And
Yes.
it's,
I mean, I literally, like, I have my little pink and my little blue
well,
alien.
there you go. There you go.
They're
They look
super
like
cute.
they look like they're like getting cosmically involved in a very cool way.
Yeah, and I got my little light changing colors and stuff, and my
Oh, there
little
you
mushroom.
go. You got a
My
whole setup
daughter,
going there.
my daughters won them for me at an arcade, and they
Oh,
know that
good.
I love aliens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But I
we'll
really
have to.
appreciate you.
Oh, we appreciate you too. And I hear usually I was a little bit late tonight. I was 27 minutes after 11. But I'm probably going to end up sleeping out here tonight just not to wake my wife up, because if I wake her up, that's not cool, especially at 1:30 in the morning.
Hmm. Well,
But
it's
I want to
12:30
thank
for
you.
me, so
Say again?
it's 12:30 here for me.
Oh, it's 12:30. It's 1:30 almost here. So, yeah, I'm going to be very honoring of that and probably go in the living room. But
Yes, ma'am.
I want to thank you for being here, and I thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, and check my YouTube channel. Everybody, my YouTube channel is Ash Talking about Spaceship News. I got probably 3 or 4 shows I'm backlogged. I'm going to get all those shows caught up by tomorrow on here on TikTok, on my TikTok shows on my YouTube channel. You can watch all the shows. It'll probably take you a couple of weeks to get through them all, but you'll be addicted. I want to thank you, Brittany, for being here. Have a great night in Tennessee. We appreciate you as
Thank
a
you so
guest.
much.
And let me ask you a question. Have you been seeing a lot of those objects in Tennessee that people are seeing in all over the place, by the way?
Yes, and the crazy thing is it's all the activity that I see is at the river, and I ride the river a lot at night after my kids go to sleep and after my husband goes to sleep, and it's just so peaceful for me.
Yeah.
I just love it down there. I don't know, something calls me down there. I grew up my whole
Yeah.
entire life down there. And
Oh,
every
beautiful.
single
Yeah.
night, some nights are more active than others. Some nights I won't see a thing,
Yeah.
but they literally follow me, and I'm like, why are y'all doing this? And then they'll just veer off different directions.
Yeah.
And
Wow. Hey, thank you very much again. We appreciate you. If you see anything, you get your camera out, videotape some stuff. If you see your spaceships or anything out there, I'm sure you will. You can be our reporter down in Tennessee for sure.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Okay, Brittany, we're going to bring you down. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. And let me see here. We're going to get close to, we're just going to get close to going to sleep pretty soon here, I think. Let me see here. Yeah, good. There's no more guest requests here. That's good. I want to thank everybody for. And Sunflower says, plus I've had an encounter once a while back. Sunflower Amy, come on tomorrow night and we'll definitely talk about it. And again, if you've had anything you want to share, we'll do more video footage tomorrow night on the show. There's a lot going on here. I'm trying to go through as much emails and everything I'm getting here. And we're going to post more video in the next few days that I feel is worth showing. Hey, Chris, good to see you, brother. I loved your video down there with the Anunnaki thing. But man, I'm telling you, I think I'm ready to call it a night here. So I want to say good night to everybody. I want to thank you for your gifts, all the new viewers, all the people around the world, wherever you are. And we love you all. I hope you all have a good night, and you take care. Thank you, Stargazer. We appreciate you. All the gift people, thank you for the gifts. We appreciate your gifts, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Hey, Half Pint, take care up there. And hey, thank you, Sandra, for the hanging light. We appreciate that, too. So I'm definitely at the point of relaxation and going to sleep here. So before I fall asleep on my show, okay, Garcia Ghost, what's your quick question? Garcia Ghost, we'll try to answer the quick question. Does anybody, the blue marble, something to think of? Should we be afraid? No, Tiffany. No need to be afraid. We're going to have beautiful contact on our planet. Nothing to be afraid of. Just don't listen to any fear-based stuff on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram or Facebook or on cable TV channels. Jana, thank you. Does anybody have a galaxy for me? That's a good question. Let's pose that question. Does anybody out of 712 people around the world have a galaxy for the commander? I love galaxies. I haven't seen one in a long time. I wonder. You put that question out to everybody. Let's see if somebody takes the hook, line, and sinker and throws a galaxy to planet Earth, to the commander. And we have 127,000. Everybody follow me. We have 127,300 likes. And let's see here. Hey, Starseed Lightworker Unity. Do they come from the skies or the oceans? They come, Yvette, great question. They come from both the skies, from different planetary systems, and they live in our oceans. There are space people that live in our oceans. They're both, not one or the other. All right, folks, I think I need to call it a night. I'll be amped up tomorrow night. Hey, Brian, good evening. Everybody, really, take care. I got to get out of here and call it a night. So we'll catch you tomorrow night, 11 o'clock, for another show of Encounters. Please follow and like, and also check out I'm getting criticized. Well, let me take care of that. I'll be getting out of here in a minute. Let me go here.